Our wedding day was supposed to be the happiest moment of my life. I had spent months planning every detail, from the vows to the first dance. I thought marrying Sara, the woman I loved for 5 years, was my greatest blessing. But destiny had other plans. That night, as everyone celebrated, I couldn't find Sara. I searched everywhere, thinking she was overwhelmed. What I didn't know was that she wasn't missing. She was with someone else. And not just anyone. My own father. That single night marked the death of my love and the birth of my rage. 2 weeks later, Sara announced she was pregnant. I was happy, until I overheard her whispering on the phone late at night, "Don't worry, he thinks it's his." My heart sank. I recorded the conversation, my hands shaking as I realized the horrifying truth. She was talking to my father. I confronted her, and at first she denied everything. But when I showed her the recording, her silence was enough. My dad confessed too, shamelessly saying, "It just happened." That was the night I decided. I wouldn't just walk away. I would make them both regret everything. I needed proof before acting. I quietly hired a private investigator who dug up messages, hotel receipts, and photos of Sara and my dad together, even on the day of our wedding. The betrayal burned deeper than words could express. I didn't tell anyone. I smiled, pretended nothing was wrong, and played the perfect husband while planning their downfall. They thought I was weak. They thought I'd stay silent. But every sleepless night only sharpened my focus. I wasn't just going to end this marriage. I was going to destroy their lives completely and reclaim my dignity. When Sara gave birth 7 months later, I secretly arranged a DNA test. The results confirmed my worst fear. The baby wasn't mine. I waited for the perfect moment, and during a family dinner, I stood up, holding the envelope in my hand. "Congratulations, Dad," I said coldly. "You're the father." The room went silent. Sara's face went pale. My mother burst into tears. My father tried to speak, but I walked out without listening. That night, I filed for divorce, but that wasn't enough. This wasn't just about betrayal. This was about teaching them both a lesson. I cut Sara off completely, blocked her calls, froze her access to all joint accounts, and moved every asset into my name. I exposed her affair to her family, her friends, and everyone she had lied to. She begged me to stay silent, saying it would ruin her reputation. I smiled and said, "Exactly." My father tried to reach out, but I ignored him. I wanted them to feel isolated, desperate, and humiliated. Slowly, their perfect little fantasy started crumbling. Same relatives who once admired them turned away. They had chosen betrayal. Now they could live with it. The divorce proceedings were brutal, but I came prepared. With undeniable proof of infidelity and financial misconduct, my lawyer made sure Sara walked away with nothing. No alimony, no assets, not even the house. I even filed a restraining order to keep her away from me and my future. As for my father, I reported him to the company board for misusing funds, evidence I had gathered quietly over months. Within weeks, he was forced into early retirement, losing his position, income, and respect. My revenge wasn't loud, but it was merciless and absolute. Sara's family disowned her after the scandal. She moved into a small apartment, abandoned by friends who once praised her fairy tale wedding. My father's second wife left him, taking half his savings with her. The baby? He refused to take responsibility, leaving Sara to struggle, alone. They blamed each other, fought constantly, and spiraled into chaos. Meanwhile, I rebuilt my life. I focused on my career, invested wisely, and healed with time. But deep inside, I savored the knowledge that their misery was their own creation. They destroyed everything we had, and now they were drowning in the ruins. A year later, I bought a new house and started fresh. I focused on my health, reconnected with old friends, and finally began dating again. I learned to trust myself, even if I couldn't trust others so easily. Every time Sara tried to contact me, I blocked her. Every time my father called, I ignored him. To me, they were ghosts. I didn't want apologies, explanations, or closure. My silence was the loudest revenge I could deliver. While they fought, lawsuits, debts, and public shame, I built a better life. Happiness became my ultimate act of retaliation. Last month, I ran into my father at a cafe. He looked older, weaker, and broken. He tried to apologize, tears in his eyes, but I stopped him mid-sentence. "You made your choice," I said coldly. "Live with it." Then I walked away, leaving him speechless. That was the last time I saw him. As for Sara, I heard she lost her job and moved back with distant relatives. Neither of them recovered from the destruction they caused. And honestly, I don't care. They took my love, my trust, and my family, but I took away their peace forever. Today, I live a life they can only dream of. I'm happier, wealthier, and stronger than I ever was. But more importantly, I'm free. Free from lies, manipulation, and betrayal. I don't forgive them, and I never will. Some wounds run too deep, but revenge gave me closure. I didn't need to hurt them physically, I just needed them to destroy themselves. And they did. My father lost his honor. Sara lost everything. And me? I regained my power. My story isn't about heartbreak anymore, it's about survival, victory, and walking away without looking back.